I haven't even. Good morning, people. I meant to do an intro, but I forgot to do an intro. So we're here. We're here. We are here. There's no intro this morning. We're here. So the intro will be, people, a word from our sponsors. OK Jerseys.
Stop scrolling through those expensive retail sites. Now we all know the pain of needing a fresh kit, but seeing those crazy high prices. Well, there's a smarter way to support your team. Welcome to okjersey.com. The quality speaks for itself. Look at the detail on these designs, whether it's the latest from Manchester City or a classic City kit. You can get any jersey in every size you need, and yes, you can fully customise it with your name, your number, or your favourite legends details, from the Premier League present to EPL retro. If you're looking for it, it's here, and it's always for the best price. Ready to save big? Head to okjersey.com now and use code NAF at checkout. That's code NAF to score an extra 8% off your entire order. Cheers!
It is also worth saying as well, people, it's not just football shirts on there. They do tracksuits as well. So they do the City training tracksuits and whatever else. So please make sure you head over there. They do a few of the tracksuits that I would love to be able to fit in, but at the moment I just can't. You know, the ones where basically the tracksuit bottoms are leggings. The ones that players wear. But people, head over there. Make sure you check them out.
As you can see, my sister's dog.
Oh, hello. That is a... Hold on, what type of dog is that? Is that lab?
It's a puppy Labrador.
Oh, it's a puppy, is it?
Yeah, Ellie, sit down. Come on. Sit down. Come on, down. Yeah,
well, we're talking about academy players, not academy dogs. Welcome to We Are the South Stand. Please make sure you do the usual. Make sure you are smashing that like button. Get involved in the live chat. And, of course, after the video, or if you're watching this on playback, if you're watching this on playback, as in not live, you obviously can't get involved in the live chat. What you can do is get involved in the comments, and me and you will have a chat in there, because I'll respond to absolutely everything. Shout out to one of the best people in, you know what? One of the best people in YouTube. He doesn't do YouTube. I don't think you do YouTube, but shout out to Tyrell. Always positive. He's a gooner, but he's always positive and always polite. So massive shout out to you. And here's the third member of the band. Governor, what you saying, bro? You good?
All good, lads. All good.
Good. How are you doing?
How you doing, Al? Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Happy New Year. Hope you've had a nice time.
Yeah, all the best, mate. Yeah, had a quiet one.
So did I, to be fair. So did I. Recovery milk, as usual. I'm trying my best. I am trying my best to be Erling Haaland, right? What I need to do now is, once I've got this job nailed on, right, I can start buying tomahawk steaks. And then I'll just come on shows with a massive tomahawk steak eating it. And yeah.
Why is it looking good then, Daps? This job? What is it?
Right, so I'm starting to get bites. It's in the new year. I think a few roles are going out. I'm starting to get some bites. Yesterday, I had 3 calls for potential job roles that I'm being put forward for. So things are looking up. The other thing I was just saying to Alan, in the meantime, because it's quite a specialist role that I'm looking for. In the meantime, just to get me out of the house and to get some money in, I'm thinking of becoming a postman twat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just the mail. Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with any sort of job, right? If you're out working hard, then there's nothing wrong with any sort of job. So,
Can I ask you, Daps, are they still on the beat, or are they driving vans and cars, posties over there?
I think they have vans, and they have vans. Well, I will find out soon if I get supplied with a van or not. But I think they get given like a van, and you drive to certain places, then you walk with a trolley, apparently. So
yeah, I've seen that. But usually it's the van for parcels, really, don't they? But I have seen them. They do the trolleys in. Where do they do the trolleys? I've seen the trolleys done before, where they walk around.
Yeah, I don't really want to walk. I can't lie. I'm not really too keen on walking with the trolley. I feel like the trolley looks a bit like I might be a OAP kind of walking with a Zimmer.
Funny enough, I've seen it here in Maryborough, the next suburb from Harvey Bay. And it's just in the, because Maryborough is not that big, it's just a small town. But I've seen a woman walking around with a trolley, the postie, yeah.
Yeah,
but all the posts here,
it's all motorbikes here.
It's all motorbikes. They don't get off the bike.
I can't run.
The post boxes are outside the houses, so
they're fucking lazy. They won't get off the bike.
Hold on. I think both of you two can probably relate to this. My favourite game as a child was Paperboy. Remember that?
I used to be a Paperboy.
No. Can you remember the game Paperboy, where you were on a push bike and you literally you just threw the papers and you had to get
them in the box?
You
do that here.
Yeah.
Do they do that then?
Yeah, we do it here. You know, with all the junk mail, any junk mail, they just throw it.
Path, please don't call me that ever again, or I will probably have to block you, Bob. Please don't ever call me that again. I don't want to be associated with anything that man did. Thank you. So now,
well, you can tell Alan's had a bigger paper round than me.
He's at his sister's. He's at his sister's. He'll tell you where he is in a minute. But right, people. Alan, where are you?
I'm at my sister's in Hobart, in Sandy Bay, Hobart.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down here, which is only about 400 metres from my mother and father. So, and I'm minding my sister's dogs. So,
what? There's more than one then?
There's two of them.
What are
they? Guess what? I left Melbourne, it was reasonably warm. I got down here, it's absolutely pissing down. So,
one dog's a puppy lab. What's the other one?
A puppy lab as well. It's Oliver and Ellie.
Jeez. They've got two puppy labs. God damn.
And the
speaking of PR, there's a cyclone at the top, so hopefully that might not come down. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, I saw that on the news before it was cyclone.
It's in Towns and Cairns, Townsville, Mackay. So if it comes down, we always get the tail end of them. So we get the wind and the rain. So hopefully it doesn't come down, the wind changes.
Right, well, what we're going to talk about. Firstly, Alan, I feel like I need to give, and Gov, you weren't here yesterday as well, but I feel like, Alan, I need to give you a chance to, and Gov, to glaze or not glaze the weekend performance against Exeter.
Do you know what? I was really impressed with the kids. I think every one of them did really well, and I was really pleased that they played and they all had good games. The right winger was exceptional.
Right, so that's a good place to start, Mikado, because I've seen and heard a lot of good things, and let me be clear with this. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I do think he had a good game, but I don't think he was maybe as good as others thought, me personally.
I thought, do you know what? He pressed high, he was energetic, he didn't really lose the ball, and he took people on, which I was pleased about. And when he scored the goal and his mum and dad were there, that was fantastic.
Oh, that was beautiful, and the goal was a great goal, and it was lovely to see him celebrate.
It's his first ever first team game.
Yeah, true. So true. I'm probably being a bit harsh, you know.
Just say well done. But to be fair, they all did okay.
I agree.
Semenya looked decent. But
we can't really glaze it, but you've only got to beat what's in front of you. And I think this time he got a mixture of the team right. And not just throwing everyone like Leverkusen. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely spot on, Gov. That was it.
It didn't work the way it's supposed to, where someone comes on and bags and then get him off. Because he didn't do anything to score. But
do you know what? I think this is a key, and this is where on a few shows yesterday, kind of when people were saying about the rotation thing, I thought, because when I saw the team, I was thinking, for fuck's sake, Pep, we know we need to rotate. But actually, if you look at it, right, because we've got two examples here. You've got Leverkusen, where you started with a complete kind of shuffle to what we're used to seeing, right? We go 2-0 down, and then you have to bring Haaland on. You have to bring all the top players on, and they're having to work their ass off to chase a 2-goal deficit, right? Whereas actually, if you start your best 11, right, and they get 2-0, 3-0 by half time, they can then come off, and then you can bring the fringe players on. And this is why I think the score ended 10-1 and not 4-1, right? Because when you bring the fringe players on for the second half, the game's a lot more open because the other team are having to go for it, and there's less pressure on them, and they can just enjoy themselves. And ultimately, there's no one that came on in that second half that was looking to take their foot off the gas, because they were like, no, this is my chance to prove myself. So I am going to prove myself. So I actually think Pep got it spot on. Did anyone notice how moody Pep looked on Saturday, by the way?
Well, do you know? Well, obviously it was. He had to sit up in the stand because he was serving a suspension. So, and do you know what? He actually looked like, obviously he didn't like being dealt up there, but it was a good point of view to look down on the players to see what movement they were making.
Yeah, agreed. I think you're right with that.
Yeah, and I think he learned a lot from the players, that what they can and can't do, especially the young ones. And I was quite happy. You know, we scored 10 goals. We can't complain.
No, bro, I had a few people kind of saying to me, like on the video I did, where the video, by the way, I didn't mention we're winning the FA Cup. I didn't mention we're winning the league. I just said, you know what, after the last 3 games we've had, it was nice, and kind of, it was nice to see your team, your academy players, and your team scored 10 goals. I personally feel that, like, celebration police, right? There was one comment that was mad as well. There was one comment that said, this is ridiculous. Why can't the top teams bypass until a certain round of the FA Cup? And it's like, well, firstly, we do, right? We bypass the first 2 official rounds, but we also bypass all the preliminaries. But secondly, you take that away, then you're taking a big payday away from lower league teams. Like that could help Exeter financially massively, because they're not in a great place. And secondly, like, even for us as City fans, I want I remember younger, and especially when I was young, and we never really beat teams by like 3 or 4 goals. The chance of an FA Cup and the chance to actually beat a team, you want to see your team sometimes score 10 goals. It's nice to see. So
I was there against Huddersfield when we last did it. So you know, it was nice to see. It was nice.
You've seen what the punk scene. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny because I was saying, like, I was going to say, you know, when you're young, you look forward to playing the lower league teams in the FA Cup to smash.
I don't.
When we were young, well, when I was young, we weren't really smashing anyone.
It's good away days. Do you know what I mean? I love the away days.
And do you know what? Shout out, do you know what? I said it on yesterday's video, but I'll say it again. If anyone knows, the weather in England at the moment, it's very windy. The weather, especially down on the south west coast, it's been very, very windy. Like, it's in red alert windy. Yeah. Now, all those Exeter fans that got up, I don't know whether they travelled up on a Friday or whether they got up early. Nearly 9,000 of them travelled all the way up to Manchester in this weather.
Full credit to them.
That's what football. That's what being a real fan is about, right? Yeah. Like, so shout out to them. But
it's their big day out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but we're talking about the kids. I've had a ding dong with Martin about this, you know, with the rotation. If you've got a bench, play your bench. Even if and he'll say they're not good enough. Well, I've told him before, if you've got Bernardo on his arse in the last 15, 20 minutes, put a kid on, he's young and fit. You're plugging a gap. He's not playing the full game. And plus, they're in the shop window as well.
Martin.
Very true. And they're in the shop window for whether it be a loan move, whether it be a sale, or whether it be actually for Pep to say, do you know what? This kid's good. We've seen Pep Linders come out and speak on Max, Alleyne, and speak on McAdoo very, very highly. So yeah, go on. Sorry, Al.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Martin says some good points, but I think he's frightened of playing the kids. I think he lacks confidence in playing them. No, Martin. He's scared of trusting the kids. He's scared of trusting the kids. It's not as if he doesn't like them. He just like them. He's scared of it.
He's got to have a bit of trust more. All we're doing is plugging a gap. They're not playing a full game.
I agree. I like to see the kids play. You know that.
That's right.
Have you heard Pep's comments about it recently? No. So he actually spoke about not just Manchester City. He was speaking about British football in a whole, and he said one of the problems is he said it's not to do with talent. He said whether you're looking at Man City's academy, whether you're looking at United's academy, Liverpool's academy, he said there is talent there. There is English talent at all of these clubs. He said talent is not an issue. The ability to do it is not an issue. He said the issue is that a lot of these academies are generally, and I don't mean like, look, if our under 18s play Man United's under 18s, then there's going to be an okay turnout. But generally, on a weekly basis, they're playing in front of no one. And he said there's no pressure, right? So they don't get to play under. And I went and had a quick look. Barcelona's academy, under their academy average, I think it's 9,000 last season a game, right?
Yep.
And I think there is some truth to that all of a sudden you're playing in front of, like,
that's right.
Sometimes the academy are playing in front of 50, 100 people, right? And then next minute, oh, by the way, this week you got to play for City in front of 50,000 people. They don't know how to handle it. And I think there's probably some truth in that. I think there probably is some truth in that.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Absolutely.
It saves you spending money, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saves you falling out. There's only 2 points I wanted to make on that Exeter game. Go
on.
The first one was everyone played well. They did the job. It's only Exeter.
Yeah.
But Reinder's recall for me.
Yeah.
I thought a couple of times they didn't protect the ball well. They got pushed off the ball a couple of times, even by them. But other than that, everyone played great. The other thing was, if it was only a short clip, but at half time, when Rodri came off, if you've seen his face, he was pulling his face and he was shaking his head like going, whether that was just, I don't know. I might be reading too much into it. Do you know what I mean? But I seen him pulling his face and nodding, saying no.
Well, I guess we're going to find out tonight, right?
So, but I would say for tonight, every game should be a full strength side. I don't care whatever anyone says. Every game should be full strength, and then
week, bro.
rotate.
See, this week for me, people, just quickly, 130 of you in here. The likes are only on about 40. That is way, 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 way too low. It's not going to help the channel at all. So people, please, just so that I don't have to ask again, please, can I ask you to just quickly check if your like button is lit. If it isn't lit, please just give it a tap. It really, really does help the channel. We need to get that up towards the 100 mark at least. So, good point you made there. This week, I did about 5 shows yesterday. Quite a lot of talk of this week for City. And I was being asked kind of what team I expect tonight. And I'm in a really weird place, right, where I think it's very important that we win a trophy this season. Massive, right? We can't, for me, I don't want to see City going 2 seasons without a trophy because that. Hang
on. We won a trophy last year.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
The Charity Shield.
No, we're not doing that. It's a big biryani plate, and that is it.
Okay.
Bro, listen, if we get to a point where we're celebrating a fucking community shield, we're going to end up having a fucking dog in our team picture, right? Like fucking them lot. Like them lot. Yeah, and actually it was a Labrador as well, right? We're not going down that path. What a massive house. Yeah, fucking hell. We're not going down that route. But I'm in a difficult one where I want to win a trophy this season, and 100% once you get to the Carabao, you don't start a season saying I really want the Carabao Cup, but you get to the semi-final, and it is now like, you know what? But I've got one eye on that United game at the weekend. Now, is this ultimately where, and the biggest issue we have, because we can rotate up top, we can rotate kind of, we can rotate in other areas of the pitch. I'm not saying it's ideal, by the way. Like, we can rotate. We have Rodri or we have Gonzalez. Which one do we play? So we can rotate. Now, the problem is, defensively, we can't rotate, can we?
Well, the defence picks itself because we've only got 2 centre-halves probably fit and decent. The full-backs pretty much pick themselves. I think the midfield and up front, we possibly can move players around. We've got definitely. I'll be honest with you. What worries me tonight is our centre-half partnership. I'm not fully 100% confident with it. I think
that's what I mean. I mean,
you're not wrong. There's nothing we can do about it.
No, and this is my worry. Someone said to me that Ake's playing with an injury as well, right?
Yes, he is.
And against, I'll be honest, against Newcastle and Man United, both of them have got pace up top. I don't know if Ake's the right answer. The other part of me is, and look, where we are with Max and with Khusanov is that for me, both of them as a partnership so far have looked good, right? There's going to be significant tests ahead. We've got to go to Old Trafford. We've got to go to Tottenham's ground. We've got to go to Anfield. We've got a lot of tough away games. Maybe we do start them tonight as well together, so they just get a bit more time together. And I don't know. For me, there's something in my head saying I start Max and Khusanov against Newcastle and against Man United.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Not Ake, no.
I would save Rodri and Foden for the derby. Put Nico G in tonight. Right. Remember, it's only the first half, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll get them back at ours and play a full strength. We can worry about that afterwards.
Exactly what I said yesterday on the show. I said, you know what? I don't mind if we little 2-1 loss. If we get a 2-1 loss, but we smack up United, and then we deal with the second leg in a couple of weeks' time.
We've got to go all out. We've got to go all out tonight, in my opinion, and try not to concede too many goals.
That's the key, not conceding too many. Yeah.
It's a big test for Max, really. Khusanov is our insurance at the back, but it's a big tester for Max.
Yeah, massive test. I mean, so far, look, I actually think against Brighton, I thought Max was good. What I really liked with Max and Khusanov was that, like, you can see Max does look like a confident kid. He's happy to move forward with the ball, but I liked the way Khusanov already knew to cover him.
Yeah,
that was they trained together once, right? And the fact that they seem to, and I don't know if you saw the picture for this thumbnail I found was when Max scored was Khusanov congratulating him. And do you know what? It's quite a nice little picture. It's like, yeah, you know what? Could these two guys be? I mean, these two guys, are they going to have a significant future at City? I think Khusanov, definitely is. But I think Max at this point is in a position where he was at loan at Watford. But if he has a good period while Diaz and Vardy are out, has he got a future at City as part of our 5 centre-backs?
Well, you only have to look at an example. Rashford came in at United when he had loads of injuries, and he took his chance, and he did under Louis van Gaal, and it worked. It worked for them. So there's no reason.
So with Dele Alli at Tottenham. Came in because Modric was injured and took his chance.
So at the end of the day, if they do well, then that secures them a place. So at the end of the day, Gov, we can't do anything about the injuries we've got. But the one thing we do know is that some of these players now that have been injured quite regularly have got to be shown the door at the end of the season.
Oh, 100. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw yesterday, but I mean,
No,
I think
my internet went down yesterday.
Right. So yesterday, in Pep's press conference, he said about John Stones. He said with everything that's happened over the last 2 seasons, we'll make a decision in the summer. But you know, I read between the lines. John Stones is currently on about, I think he's on about 250 grand a week, right? And the maddest thing with John Stones is with other people, when there's interviews with Pep, he gives an update on the players. With John Stones, it's usually, I don't know. And it's like, I think, sadly, cult hero, we all know, I think ultimately on both of them, we know what Ake did treble season. For me, possibly the best left back I've seen at City. Right, that season alone. I know Cancelo was great going forward, but Ake was good going forward and was amazing going backwards as well. He also played
in the treble season. In the treble season, he was City's best defender without any doubt.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would. I mean, apart from John Stones' cameos here and there,
the annoying thing is with John Stones, he's going to be fit for England, isn't he? And not us.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. We all know that. It's mad, isn't it? It's fucking mad. It is mad. And they'll play him. You know, England will have a friendly in March. He'll be fit for it. And he'll probably play both games. Both. Not one of them. He'll play both games.
Am I right in saying that, has Bob been taken off the squad list?
Who?
Bob.
No.
I've seen that. I have seen that.
I've heard something about his taking off the list. Totally.
Let me have a quick look.
Is he going to Dortmund or not?
Well, they're still interested, I think, but don't know anything else.
Yeah, listen, you know, John Stones, without any doubt, is Man City's best defender on his day when he's fit. But unfortunately, we can't rely on him anymore.
But hold on. That comment there, he's not anymore. This season, when John Stones has played, I don't think he's been that great either. I don't think he's the same person anymore. I think he's
been right.
Someone, Jay, just commented that Vardy's going to be out for at least 5 months. Now, if Vardy is going to be out for 5 months, then I guess City might then consider taking him off of the squad list.
Well, gotcha.
Right? Because what are we? We're the 13th of January. If Vardy was definitely going to be out for 5 months, he could be one that's taken out of the squad list potentially. But no, I just think we've got an option. Now, let me be clear. To anyone, I know some people really want a new centre-back. I'm probably one of them. Where we are right now, I don't personally believe that we can win a league with 2 20-year-old centre-backs that weren't part of the pitch. Well, Khusanov was, but Max wasn't part of the picture. So I do think we need a centre-back. But it
who
do
you want?
Well, look. If Guehi is happy to come to Manchester City and doesn't need his arm twisted and put up his back, right?
That's the question.
Yeah, then I would like Marc Guehi, but I don't want it to get to a point where we're having to literally offer him the world, twist his arm, and do you know what? In fact, I'm not even that bothered about offering him a lot financially. The financial thing, I'm not bothered about. Couldn't give a shit. Leave that to everyone else to moan about afterwards and cry, right? But if he's obviously really not keen and his head is only convinced because of money, do you know what? We probably should walk away. But I can't lie. In a title race, January.
Okay. Let's say
let me just finish. I would rather we get someone that is Premier League experienced, right? I would rather that.
Right. I'm going to throw something out there for you now.
If you mention Callum Doyle, I'm going to fucking remove you from the stream.
No.
Right, cool.
Dortmund centre half. Dortmund and Germany centre half. Yes, all day long.
Well, the thing is with him is there's 2 things there again, and they're pretty much like the thing with Schlotterbeck and Marc Guehi is the reasons that are being reported that are stopping it from being nailed on his coming City are the same, right? So Marc Guehi apparently prefers Liverpool or Arsenal, right? Schlotterbeck apparently prefers Bayern or Real Madrid. The second thing is, if we're talking money, it's going to cost the same to get Schlotterbeck than it is to get Marc Guehi, right? So
I honestly don't think we're going to get Guehi. I really don't.
But then in that case, but what I'm saying to you is, if we're not getting Guehi because we're not willing to pay the money, well, Schlotterbeck's probably going to cost more. If we're not willing to, if Guehi doesn't really want to come to City,
I don't think it's a money issue with Guehi. I think he doesn't want to come to us.
Well, in that case, Schlotterbeck doesn't want to come to City either. He wants to go to Real Madrid or Bayern.
If you've got to persuade him, move on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I do think from what I've been told, Guehi wants not, and I don't mean for the next 4 or 5 months. Guehi, if he's signing a 4 or 5 year contract, he kind of wants reassurances that he will be one of the main starters at City. Right now, when Diaz is back, and this is not like we're not going to do a show on whether you like Diaz or not, right? Diaz has just signed a new contract. He's one of the highest paid players at City. Yeah. He is going to be a starter, right?
Yeah,
Vardy, the board have come out and made it very clear that they believe that Vardy one day will be one of the best centre-backs in the world, right? So, if you're Marc Guehi, you're going, I'm not going to be a starter every week here, am I? You're not. So, whereas you look at Liverpool, they've got Van Dijk, who's 34, and they've got Konate, who potentially goes on a free in the summer. So, and you know what? If he's a man of his words, he told Liverpool in the summer, I want to join you. If he waits till the summer, he gets a massive signing on fee. So I'm kind of thinking he's going Liverpool, isn't he? He is.
I just don't think he wants to come to us.
He can do what he wants. Do you know what I mean? He's got the world at his feet at the moment.
Yeah, facts. Facts. He's nailed it. With the injuries we have and the fact that British centre-backs, we're not kind of blessed with hundreds, right? He knows he's nailed on in getting a World Cup place, and he will be a starter. He's there, and I do think that will, like, he goes to World Cup, plays for England. England's get through to the semi-finals, quarterfinals. His value's going to go up, right? And he's going to get even more as a free transfer. You're spot on. And he could just wait it out. He doesn't need to rush anything.
But the European club, any side out the Premier League, I've got a pre-sale on him after the World Cup.
Oh, have they?
I mean, they can put a pre-sale on him.
So Bayern, I've seen. I mean, there's another one. I mean, you know what? Elise went Bayern. I'm sure he's probably spoke to Elise about what it's like over there. And he knows Kane through the England setup. So I think Bayern probably actually do have as good a chance as anyone as well. Who doesn't want to go Bayern?
Who's his agent? Is it his family that runs him, or has he got an agent?
Let me have a quick look. Guehi agent.
Because if it's his family, he would stay in London, probably, or want the warmer weather.
Guehi agent. Let me have a quick look. Unique Sports Group. Don't know who else is part of that. Let's have a quick look. Anthony Gordon, Marc Guehi, Ethan Nwaneri.
His family.
Interesting one. Player we're being linked. People in the comments keep mentioning Max Lecroux, centre back from the centre back at Crystal Palace.
Yep.
12.
Yeah, he's with the same agency. Renan Johnson's with the same agency. Hold on, I'm seeing a bit of a thing here. Crystal Palace, right? They've got 3 Newcastle players and 3 Palace players on their agency.
Okay. Yeah. Has it all quite a bit Cresswell?
I haven't seen much on Cresswell. I think City this week are probably going to be looking at, because I keep reading that City are still going to be looking like City know they need to bring in a a significant centre back this transfer window. They know that, right? So I think they'll be looking at all these options. The other thing is, I think this is where, let's just look at what City have, right?
I think Viano.
Right now we have Vardio and Diaz, right, who are our main centre backs. That's 2. We then have Khusanov, right? That's 3, right? We then have Ake, Akanji. No, sorry. We then have Ake and Stones, right? So let's presume Ake and Stones leave in the summer, right? Cool. So we then have Vardio, Diaz, Khusanov. Out on loan, we currently would have Akanji. I would presume that we're selling Akanji, so he goes as well, right? So we still only have 3 centre-backs. Then out on loan, we have Vitor Hayes and we have Juma Bar. And we have Max Creswell. So let's presume that we're bringing back Vitor Hayes. That's 4. So either way, no matter what, even once Vardio and Diaz are back, do we still need a 5th centre-back? I think we probably do. Unless we're leaving a space for Max or Juma Bar. We probably still need to bring in a significant... Because if you think, in our prime, we had Laporte, Stones and Diaz as our 3 main centre-backs.
How old's Laporte?
The trouble is that we've got to get rid of people.
Yeah. But John Stones goes on a free, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And I think Ake will go as well. Laporte is...
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. Because it's the same. It's 31.
I'd bring him back. I'd bring him back.
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
The old saying, it's like your ex-girlfriend, isn't it? Never works.
Mate, he never let us down. And in his final season, he played through the paper as soon as the league.
I can't lie. I've just literally, not my daughter's mother, I've just literally started chatting to one of my exes, so I can't.
Whoa! He's going through black book.
So
hi, how you doing?
So I'm going through the talking stage and ultimately trying to convince her that the wound should be opened back up.
Oh my God.
But anyway, listen, that's neither here nor there. But when I saw him on Saturday at the game, covering the game, right? I can't lie to you. I was thinking, yo, is that the answer?
That was weird, wasn't it, to see him?
Well, it just, I didn't even think it was weird. I just started thinking, fucking getting back here on loan right now. I'd take him back, me. I would.
Even being a centre back as well. I just thought it was a weird thing, that.
Yeah.
Why? Why is it weird?
I don't know. I mean, the people that they've had on chatting, it's sort of never been a defender, has it? And if it has been a defender, it's been that one that's been there years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, City. Do you know what? I hear what you're saying. City overall as a club, like City's channel, they don't usually get on current play.
No.
Sorry. No. Bless me. Yeah, they don't usually get current players on. You're right. But I don't know if maybe their league's done over there. Another thing, did anyone see the Liga at the weekend, by the way? I think it was the Spanish Super Cup.
No,
yeah.
What happened?
I've seen it.
It was played in Saudi Arabia, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're doing it every year. So are Italy as well.
Did you see that one? Did you see that one, Rio?
Oh no! What was he doing now?
No, he had the old Saudi things, all the stuff on.
I can't stand Rio. I'm sorry, cannot stand Rio Ferdinand. I just think he's. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say I think he's cringy, but I'm sat here with my cat back to front, so maybe I shouldn't say that.
Did you hear about Mbappe about with Zabi? Did you hear about what happened?
What the apparent? No, what I did hear that he might be the reason why Alonso's leaving.
When Barca got the trophy, Xabi wanted him to do.
Oh yes, yeah.
Of honor, and then Mbappe pulled all the players away and says no, and he was pulling all the players away.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Oh, someone actually broke down. Someone actually broke down, right? A list of managers that have managed Mbappe, right? And like, not many managers I think have ever seen more than 2 years managing Mbappe before. So,
you just want
yeah, there's something there, but I think Alonso's probably, if you're on his slot right now, you're shaking in your boots, knowing, you know, it's a matter of next time you lose a couple of games or whatever. Ultimately, you've got the rest of the season to see out, right? If you don't lose any games, you'll stay in a job. If you lose any games, you're gone in the summer. And Alonso, and bear with me, people. The doorbell. Sorry, you lot talk amongst yourself, people. Sorry.
That's all right.
So what would you do?
Pardon?
Let's just say the German and Guehi are not coming to us in January. What would you do?
Well, I think if you've got to persuade Guehi, then I don't care about the money side of it. We was going to go for him in the summer anyway. So if you're going to get him in January, you've got to pay over the odds just to get him.
Yeah.
But if he's umming and ahhing and you've got to persuade him, then it's not a good. I'd move on. You know what I mean? The money side of it doesn't bother me. If you've got to pay over the odds to get someone in January anyway.
But who?
Well, I don't know. I think Viana knows better than us. They're working on it right now, but the only ones that are throwing out there is that Schottenbach and that Creswell. They're the only ones that are getting mentioned.
I don't know much about Creswell.
I've seen a few videos, but can't tell nothing from videos.
No. Yeah, so let's talk about tonight a bit. I mean, I guess we're going to find out, and I think we'll find out soon, because I think City know. We have to remember Diaz is going to be back in 4 weeks' time now.
Yeah,
I think he got injured a week ago, so about 4 weeks' time. So 4 or 5 weeks. We need to get it done ASAP, otherwise.
Yeah.
You know what? Are we bringing him in to be? Because I do think Khusanov's got a good chance for me personally, right? I just wanted to go through this, right? Because I think we need to, we're starting to, because he's being involved in a lot more conversations. But I feel like we as City fans, we need to defend this guy a bit more, man, because I'm kind of sick of seeing the fucking slander on him. I'm trying to I had some stats up on him earlier.
I'm going to slander him. I'm loving me. Brilliant.
And it's not the City fans slandering him. I think you ask any City fan, and pretty much even the City fans that, don't absolutely love him to bits, they still like him, yeah? But the minute you mention him to rival fans, they're like, Khusanov's fucking shit, right? We've got commentators who just want to keep talking about that mistake against Chelsea. But I had a quick look this season, right? And firstly, if we talk last season, from what we saw of him when he came in last season, the Chelsea game, he made that mistake. Okay, no problem. If we're talking about mistakes, every single player in City's team has made a mistake at some point. As a prime example, Haaland made a mistake by not crossing the ball to Foden against Arsenal. If he did, we would have won that game, right? Every single player in Manchester City's team has made a mistake. Because it was against Chelsea and it was televised, it was the main game on the Sunday. Everyone saw it. And there's certain shit journalists that ultimately, for me, should not be working for TV. If you're not going to do your research and keep up to date with teams that you're going to cover, don't bother being a journalist, right? So when they go on. But last season, after that, actually in that Chelsea game, he came back. But for the rest of the season, when he got given minutes, he was good. But I looked at this season, right? And I think this season is really important for me, because when people want to talk about Khusanov, okay, so he didn't start against Wolves. Sorry, he had 8 minutes off the bench against Wolves. We won 4-0. Tottenham, he did not play, right? We lost. Brighton, we were not losing until he came off the pitch, right? He came off the pitch, we lost. Okay, cool. He then played the full 90 minutes against Man United. We won, and he looked good. Arsenal first half, absolutely quality performance, and then he got injured, right? So he was out injured for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. Then he didn't start the following 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games, the next 6 games, 5 games, sorry.
Yeah.
But to be fair to him in that was during a period where Vardy and Diaz were looking very good together, right? And we were on a winning run. Then he's come back in against Chelsea and Brighton and looked good again. I really don't see a game. And my point being is when people say, oh, Khusanov's rubbish, I think, tell me what game you're talking about. Like, tell me a game Khusanov has been rubbish in. Tell me one fucking game, because I can't think of one.
No.
He's got a lot of ability. He's young, inexperienced, but a lot of ability.
So much ability. You hear Pep talking him, and even the things that people do say when people talk about, oh, he's not as good on he's not as good on the ball. I actually think he's quite good on the ball. I haven't seen anything of him where look. I'm not saying he's prime. I'm not saying he's prime John Stones.
That is an area where he needs to work on. But that's fine. He's adequate at the moment. He's good enough.
But hold on. For me, I don't. Yeah, you know what? A player should be working on every area of their game every single day, right? You're getting paid a lot of money to work on it, right? But I'll be honest with you. I don't need him to work on how good he is on the ball. From what I've seen, he's as good as Ruben Diaz on the ball, right? I've actually seen him ping balls that I haven't seen Ruben Diaz play before. And I'm not saying he's better. When people say he's better than Ruben Diaz, I say calm down, right? I say calm down. Maybe in the future he might be. But for me, if every partnership, you go through all the ages, right, at City and at other clubs, if you have 2 ball, look at Man United at the weekend. Prime example, Man United had Lenny Euro and fucking Martinez. Both of them are ball-playing defenders. It does not work. Now, look at Man United this season when they've played De Ligt or they've played Maguire, which aren't so much ball-playing defenders. They look better, right? For a centre-back partnership, you need a ball player and you need someone that is aggressive and an out-and-out defender. For me, that's Khusanov. He doesn't need to change. Does not need to change one bit.
They've both been thrown in the deep end, so they've got to bond quick. And like I've always said, he's a ball player, and Khusanov's recovery getting back that is amazing. Amazing.
And he's getting mature with it, bro. He's getting mature with it. It's like someone said to him, look, if you can get back, right, and instead of putting in a challenge, just get back and put your body between the attacker and the ball, you'll get fouled. Exactly, which shows he's learned. For me, that's learning.
And the more games he plays, the more he's going to have the confidence. He's going to calm down more. You know what I mean? You don't know until you give him minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't lie. I mean, look, and again, what I'm saying here is I'm not saying that with Khusanov and Max Alleyne, we're going to beat Newcastle tonight, beat United at the weekend and go on to win the league. But I'm not saying that, right? What I am saying is what I have seen of these 2 players so far at their age, you know what? We as an example, I saw Simpson Puzzi last season. I wasn't that impressed with him. He didn't do that much wrong, but for me, I look at the 2 defenders we've got at the moment, and I have more faith in both of them than I did Simpson Puzzi last season, right? And I just think at the moment, this is a big shop window for them. This is a chance.
Absolutely.
This is a chance for them to. Right. And tonight, they're going to be up against Walter, right? They're going to be up against two fast wingers. They're going to have their hands full tonight. And do we potentially...
On set pieces, our best defender is Haaland. He's the one that clears all the ball on set pieces.
Yeah, absolute facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, facts.
So,
big fact. Him and
pieces will be okay.
Yeah. Actually, that's one thing. Alan, this one's for you. He started at the weekend and he's starting tonight.
Trafford.
Yeah, your son.
Yeah, mate, I've got total faith in him.
Did he call you and tell you earlier?
Yeah, mate. I've got total faith in him.
Yeah. I mean, the exit game's so impossible to judge him on because he literally had sweet FA to do.
Pep will play him. Pep will play him in. He'll even play him in the League Cup final if we get there.
Yeah, I think he will. I think from what I've heard, from what Pep said in his press conference yesterday, he said that he's important to City and that he would like that he stays at City for a long time. He would like that he stays past the summer, but we'll speak about the summer when it's the summer. Until then, he's going to start him in games like this. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I hope he does well. And whatever happens, if he decides to move on, so be it. Shake his hand. Say good luck.
As long as the boys put a performance in, we've got a second go at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the massive thing. So that being said, right, and with the defence we have, because I think, for me, I think it's way too. I wouldn't be starting Aït-Nouri tonight for me. I would be probably going with O'Reilly.
Well, don't forget, mate, he's playing some games over in Africa.
Yeah, but he's been playing a lot. He's just travelled back. And he has to have a few days. I'm like, he won't have been in training yet. I would imagine he wasn't. Unless someone tells me he was in training yesterday, I think he has to have a few days back training with this squad before he can go in personally. I mean, as a forward, you can throw someone in a bit more. As a defender, when you've got two 20-year-olds playing at centre-back, I think that is probably risky. Look, if O'Reilly, but at the same time, he has been in training. Okay, maybe he did train yesterday. So, look, I think for me, it's a very simple thing from the fitness team and from O'Reilly.
If you play O'Reilly, right? You play O'Reilly, and if he's lagging 10, 15 minutes at the end, Aït-Nouri can come on.
Yeah.
There's no issue there, really.
Yeah. Agreed. So there was a picture posted yesterday. He was in training, but apparently he was late. He was late to training and Pep was pissed off. So is there because I hear it? Look, we're facing the shithouse midfield, right? I think they've knocked us out of this cup before a couple of years back. Joe Linton. Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali, for me, one of the hardest working midfields in the Premier League, and on their day, potentially one of the best midfields in the Premier League for me as well. I'm a big fan of Tonali, I'm a big fan of Guimaraes, and I'm a very big fan of what Joe Linton does, right? I'm not saying Joe Linton is churky ability, however, what he does is very effective, right? I don't even know if I want Rodri anywhere near that player at the same time, because you know what? He could kick 10 barrels of shit out of fucking anyone. So
I personally think three.
Say that again, Gov.
I said Nico G got bullied the last time we played him.
Yeah. Go on, Alan. What did you say?
I think personally, those three together are the best midfield in the Premier League.
I think as a unit, they're not individually. Yeah, I think individually they're not, but as a unit, they're pretty damn good. I mean, not so much this season. Last season, they were phenomenal. This season, maybe they're a bit tired. I don't know, but they're not looking as good. But for me, I'm not putting Rodri on that pitch tonight. I'll be honest with you. I don't. Away St James's Park, Joe Linton on the pitch. Yeah, I'm not.
Don't need to. Rodri and Foden, save him for the derby.
Yeah, facts. And then up top, Foden, for me, Foden as well. I might bring on Foden for 20, 25 minutes, but I can't lie, I'm the same as you. Foden, this week. Yeah, 100%. For me, Foden, this week, your focus is doing what you usually do against Man United. Yeah, and just get in derby mode. Just Foden, get in derby mode.
Yeah, Semenyo, Doku, and Haaland.
Semenyo, Doku, Haaland, yeah?
Yep. Throw them on.
What? And then in midfield, you're playing Gonzalez.
I put Bernardo in there and Riders. I put with Bernardo, he's got to play alongside Nico.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Someone that sees my vision, and that is my vision with Bernardo Silva. Simple and short. Bro, simple and short. Bernardo, your job is to sit next to Gonzalez and allow Gonzalez to completely sit, and you two take it into, like, maybe even Gonzalez, you sit. Bernardo, get a bit more involved going forward, but don't really go too far forward. Let the other guys. Yeah. Bro, tonight could be, let's be real. When we've played Newcastle in recent games, correct me if I'm wrong, but in fact, let me have a look. I'm pretty certain they've all been high-scoring games. Hold on, recently. Apart from, actually, no, the most recent game was, hold on, 2-1, wasn't it? Head-to-head.
Just got to watch that Harvey Barnes. He's always a good goal.
He's looking good, isn't he? I'll tell you what, what's it called? Fell off a cliff, though. Their left winger. The scout. He fell off the cliff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right, so recent games, we had the 2-1, we had 4-0, we had a 1-1, a 2-0, a 3-2. So maybe I'm not. Then go a few. Actually, 22-23, 3-3. Season before 5-0, season before 4-0, season before 4-3. So do you know what? Yeah, ultimately, there are a lot of high-scoring games. Now, for me, this is a game where actually, I know we haven't got Vardy and Diaz, but this is actually a game where we could hit Newcastle on the counter, right? And you think Semenyo, Doku, Haaland on the counter. The only thing
hang on. Is it Semenyo Cup tie?
No. So a new rule has been brought in. New rules been brought in. And for all that, I've seen a few Newcastle fans crying their eyes out and making it, typical. This rule gets brought in. No, this rule didn't get brought in after you drew Manchester City. This rule got brought in at the start of the season. Players are allowed to play for up to 2 teams in the Carabao Cup this season. So it's new. It's lucky, yes, but for me, if I'm playing Semenyo and Doku, then I would not play Reinders. If I was playing Semenyo and Doku, I would play Cherky because I think we need someone to find. I think we need someone to find the runners. That would be the only change I'd probably make. But
maybe, yeah. But good option.
Yeah. We've up. I mean, going forward, we're starting to get options now. It's just the defence, man. But look, people,
there's nothing, mate. There's nothing we can do about the defence because it is what it is.
Well, there is something we can do. Keep complaining about it.
Just got to go with it.
And go and sign someone. Keep complaining. Go and sign someone. Keep complaining until we go and sign someone. That's what
get paid for, isn't it?
Yeah, but for me, I think the other thing we must do is, and we must continue to do for me as well, is no matter what, until Vardy or Diaz or another player comes in, and hopefully past that, we just continue to get behind Max and Abdu, right? Yeah. Even if Khusanov and Max make a mistake tonight, I don't want to see no cooking online from anyone. I don't want to see any of that because we've got to remember these are 2 younger players that are being thrown in the deep end, right? And we have a derby at the weekend, right? Yeah. We want everyone's, and I actually saw that the other day. Max made a mistake against against Chelsea, and I saw Pep going, Max, and clapping him and saying, stay. And we must make sure that both of those 2, we don't knock their confidence because we're going to have to rely on them for a good couple of games. So,
yep, absolutely. They're going to make mistakes. You just got to accept it.
Yeah. Right. Anything you two need to talk on before we wrap up?
Do you know where? No. I just going to mention that. Do you know Semenyo's got a twin?
Has he?
Did you see the Wrexham keeper against Forest? Is his twin?
Yeah. Is it?
Did you see it?
What? Hold on. Is it actually his twin or they look the same?
No. I thought it was Semenyo.
Oh, you thought it was. Let me have a look. Yeah, he does look similar, you know. Does. I thought we had another Donnarumma. Because I never knew Donnarumma had a twin until he joined us. That's a dig at me. Okay for Savio to make mistakes. Bro, I have given Savio praise when he deserves praise. And I have repeatedly also said as well, like, firstly, I'd never wish hate on Savio, right? I never wish hate on Savio's family. Me personally, I just don't feel Savio. I'm allowed to not feel someone, right? That is it. And the game, I've actually said the other day I think it was yesterday, that if we're being honest with ourselves, Savio has positively impacted games this season.
Yeah,
he has positively. And I think Pulpy made a really good point. If Savio played against Exeter, he would have got some goals or assists. He would have, right? I'm sorry. He would have, yeah, like so. But listen, people, appreciate you all being here with us. This is going to redirect over to Never a Foul for a Rivals show. So I'm moving from my safe place into the place where I get pelters off of Arsenal fans, mainly. But please head over there. Make sure you smash a like on the way in. And I will be doing a video after the game tonight for watch-alongs. Head over to LB's channel or Patrick's channel. I know they do watch-alongs. Martin doesn't do watch-alongs, does he? Well, he's going to the game, I would imagine.
No, he doesn't do. He used to do it.
Occupied.
Actually, let me get you two's predictions. Alan, what do you think?
1 each.
Guff?
I'm going to go 2-1-0s. 2 or 3-1.
Okay. Well, people, guess what? I'm not going to give my prediction because I don't want to be negative. But listen, I hope that after the game, I'm happy. Like I said, I'll take, as long Alan is right, as long as we don't concede too many goals, I don't mind if we're 1 goal behind, take them back to the Etihad, smack them up at the Etihad. My eyes are on the derby at the weekend, I can't lie to you, and I just want to make sure that we absolutely batter United.
Is Maguire back? Because I want to see Haaland back up heaven.
He's back. So Maguire is back, but De Ligt will not be.
Okay.
So, yeah. Right, people, please, of course, going to leave you with advert from our sponsors, OK Jerseys, that make these shows continue to happen. So please check them out for your jerseys direct from the factory at £15. Later.
Stop scrolling through those expensive retail sites. Now we all know the pain of needing a fresh kit, but seeing those crazy high prices. Well, there's a smarter way to support your team. Welcome to okjersey.com. The quality speaks for itself. Look at the detail on these designs, whether it's the latest from Manchester City or a classic City kit. You can get any jersey in every size you need, and yes, you can fully customize it with your name, your number, or your favorite legends details, from the Premier League present to EPL retro. If you're looking for it, it's here, and it's always for the best price. Ready to save big? Head to okjersey.com now and use code NAF at checkout. That's code NAF to score an extra 8%